Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today is another Dollar Tree makeup video using readily available makeup from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, I'm wanting to do more like makeup tutorial videos using stuff that you can easily find. Of course, like I said in my last video, I love hauling and finding new stuff, and it's always exciting. And I will continue to test out new makeup and buy new makeup that's fun, whether or not it's readily available or not. But I thought doing more videos like this, I feel like there's a need. So definitely let me know in the comments if you are enjoying this type of video, and of course I will keep doing them. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me, and I do hope you will subscribe and become what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas. Of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back. So anyways, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So as always, I'm going to start with eyebrows, and I did use this product in my last readily available makeup video, but I'm going to go ahead and use it again just in case you're new and you didn't catch that last video. So this product here I find is readily available at most of the Dollar Trees I frequent. They have quite a few colors. I really love Ioni, but you can't always find Ioni. So this is the LA Colors Brow Pencil, the one that comes with a little brush on the end. This is medium brown. I've also used like light brown. I've used dark brown. Like I said, they're pretty readily available in most Dollar Trees I see. And I do like that they come with a little brush, so you don't have to use like a separate spoolie. I really do love the quality of this eye pencil. Sometimes if an eye pencil, for me personally, I don't know if everyone is like this, if a brow pencil is a little bit too creamy, I can tend to make a lot of mistakes on my brows. This one has what I like to call a little bit of tug, and so I feel like it's always been very easy for me to get a really nice effect with this pencil. So in my last video, I used the LA Colors Conceal and Correct Concealer in yellow. That's kind of my go-to for like readily available concealers at Dollar Tree. I decided to try the peach this time. This is meant to reduce dark spots and covers and conceals. So this is the peach shade, and so this is gonna be our concealer. I'm gonna use this to clean my brows. We're gonna use it to conceal. And since this is kind of like a little bit more like a color corrector, I'm gonna go ahead and put it under my foundation. So I kind of already partially opened it, but you've seen this, I'm sure, in your Dollar Trees. So again, something I find at the Dollar Tree is this, like, I've got like 3 of these. These, like, they're like an eyeshadow brush or whatever. I think it's like an eyeshadow brush, but I love to use it. And this is like kind of an unnecessary step for some people, or a lot of people, but this is something I like to do. And I don't know how good this is gonna work for this purpose, but I'm gonna try it just because I want to see kind of how it, oh yeah, no, I'm not liking it for this at all because it's just like, it's too dark, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into my foundation to clean up my brows. Like I said, this is probably an unnecessary step for a lot of you, but it is a step that I like to do. So this is the foundation we're going to use. It's the New Color BB Cream. You might also see it as Sassy Chic. Best I can tell, they're the same thing. And I get usually light or medium depending on the time of the year. This is in light. And like I said, I tend to find this pretty readily available at my Dollar Trees. I feel like this product isn't as available, but the foundation that is in like the black tube from New Color or Sassy Chic, I feel like this BB cream really wears like a foundation. So to me, they're kind of interchangeable. And that is not like the best for cleaning up my brows, but it definitely is better than this for that exact purpose. So now I'm gonna use this to like conceal. Actually, you know, honestly, I remember from my last video, I'm gonna end up doing my eyeshadow and completely messing up under my eyes and having to wipe. So I'm gonna save this for before my foundation, but after I put on my eyeshadow. I'm glad I caught that. It was like a mess last time. I had to like wipe under my eyes like 3 times and reapply. So I'm not even gonna bother right now. And I am gonna put some on my eyelid just because if I don't use like an eyeshadow primer, I like to put some like concealer, or in this case, foundation. And I find that there's really not any like eyeshadow primers that are like readily available, so that's why I'm not using one. So for eye products, so I had a request from a Dollar Diva to dive into the LA Colors 12 pan palette. This is the Color Story Urban. So I'm gonna get some kind of a look with this today. I also pulled out the LA Colors liquid eyeshadow. You've seen these. These are pretty readily available, I find. This is in Regal, and of course these LA Colors Shimmering Loose Powders. This one here is in Sunshine. Of course, these have been around since the dawn of time at Dollar Tree. And you know, I've been loving like the new purple capped liquid eyeshadows from LA Colors, but you may not find those a whole bunch. So I'm going to like this I'm going with this classic just because I feel like they've always been at Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use these products because there's no shimmers in here and I like a little shimmer. So yeah, so I'm gonna get some I'm gonna see what I can't do. I'm gonna go into this top one right here in the corner. And I'm just gonna put this like all over my lid. So I do find in my experience having a slightly damp brush helps these shadows. So don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to like put a little setting spray on it. Now these shadow palettes are a little repetitive, but I do wanna show that you could get a look using like these 3 products, you know? And you really could get a look using just the palette too. I just like to always go just a little extra. So these are some of the colors I'm kind of thinking of. I might kind of like up to my crease, that shade right there in the middle. And I'm just going right up to my crease and into my crease. It did a little bit, it had a little bit of something. Because I can't help it, I'm gonna go into that blue right there in the middle. I'm gonna use a slightly more packed brush and I'm gonna just dampen it on like my makeup removing cloth. I'm kind of going like up to the crease and mainly on the outer part of my eye. And oh my goodness, I have made a mess. But you know me, I am very heavy-handed with my eyeshadow. If you're new to my channel, that's one thing about me. I always feel like my eyeshadow is a mess kind of until it all comes together. This stage, I'm never in love. Doesn't matter what I use. So I'm gonna take a little flat brush and I'm gonna spray this. This is a pretty readily available setting spray at Dollar Tree. It's this LA Colors setting spray. And I'm gonna go into that yellow shade right there. Kind of put that on the inner part of my eye. That really has a very decent payoff. Like these are not fancy palettes, you guys. Like if I had to pick, I would totally pick like the 6-pan palettes. But I do wanna show you what you can do with these 12-pin palettes too, because you know, a lot of people do have these, you know, and you can get a look. You can get a couple looks, you know. Expensive makeup is all well and good, and I do have some, you know, a lot of it I buy at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but, you know, some people can't, you know, the drugstore is expensive anymore as far as I'm concerned. You know, not everybody has, even what some people deem as affordable makeup is not affordable to everybody, you know? So I like to show what you can do with something like this. Okay, I feel that's good so far. I'm gonna blend the line in the middle with one of these green shades, and I think I'm gonna go with this one right here. They're very similar. That's kind of what these palettes do sometimes, is they're a little bit repetitive. My brush again is a little bit damp. I just kind of cleaned it off. I'm using the same one that I used for the blue. I'm just gonna kind of dot that right in the middle there, just to kind of give that blue and yellow a little bit of a transition. So using that same brush that I did the yellow shade, I'm gonna go into the loose pigment. And I don't ever use the brushes, but something I have found is I've thrown them away before, and when you do, these make a mess. When you put this cap back on, they make a mess, but if you leave the brush in there, it keeps the product self-contained. Like it keeps it contained in there, not all over the cap. So I'm gonna dump some of this out on my counter. So I've got some on there, I'm kind of packing it on there pretty good. And I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray. And I'm gonna go in over that yellow. I've heard people say that years ago now that this pigment is like a dupe for, I don't own anything Fenty Beauty, but something from Fenty Beauty, just so you know. There we go. That's not quite as shimmery as I want it to be, but not everything has to be shimmery all the time. So I'm gonna stop the eyeshadow for right now. We're gonna, of course, come back and finish color and all the odds and ends, but I'm gonna move on to liner and lashes for the time being. As you know, if you've been with me, you kind of know my routine. So I'm just gonna put a layer of mascara. And so in my last video, I did the same thing. I don't really have any mascara left from the Dollar Tree. The most readily available thing is gonna be something from LA Colors. I no longer buy LA Colors mascara from the Dollar Tree because my eyelashes are short and sad and it does nothing. For me personally, the best thing I have found is the Be Pure Hydrating Mascara. It's, again, probably not readily available, but I am gonna put on false lashes. But for you, you just use whatever mascara you want, or the LA Colors. Like I said, I know that that's what's the most readily available, but I just like to put a layer of mascara on under my lashes, under my fake lashes. So I had this a couple years ago and I think I used it up or it dried up. But this is probably, like at Dollar Tree, you have the Ioni lash glue, you have the lash glue, you have the liner and lash glue pen in one. Probably your most readily available glue will probably be this LA Colors Dermatolash adhesive. They come in black and white. I personally make a mess with black eyelash glue, so I prefer white. These really are, they work very, very well. You know, the glue is really good. The container isn't great, but honestly, they're really nice for travel. It doesn't really come with a brush. It kind of comes with this little plastic wand, which like I said, isn't the best, but it gets the job done. So I'm gonna go with the same lashes that I wore in the last video, because I do find these are probably the most readily available lashes at the Dollar Tree, the LA Colors Dermatolash. This is the style Dolly. Of course, they have like 3 or 4 different styles. This is kind of a more natural style. And I really, really like these lashes. I really like the Dermatolash, and if you can find the Jewel Eyes by LA Colors. I'm gonna put some, oh wait, I need to do some eyeliner. Hold all that thinking. Actually, I am gonna apply glue onto my lashes now and let it set. That's the trick. If you're new to lashes, letting your glue get tacky on your lashes is the key. You don't wanna put glue on your lashes and then set them on your lid, because that's when they're not gonna stick. You wanna let that glue get a little bit tacky. So that takes a couple minutes. So while that glue dries, we're gonna do a liner. And I think I used this in my last video. These I find for liquid liner, LA Colors does have like a little twist off jar, you know, and I don't know why I didn't buy that. I might not have seen that at my Dollar Tree, because I did go to Dollar Tree to find more readily available makeup that I no longer have. So of course, if you have that, you can use that. I find that these LA Colors eye markers are pretty readily available at my Dollar Tree, and they have them in black. I think they have brown, I think they have blue, and they're really very good. So I'm just gonna use this today. I remember when LA Colors, like, I don't know, maybe 3 or so years ago, when I first found this eye marker, I was like, that's when I realized, I think this product alone right here was what made me like realize Dollar Tree is getting bougie. They're starting to come out with things that are a little bit more special. Because it was that, you know, to get like an eyeliner pen, you know, you had to go to like Walgreens or CVS or Walmart, you know, because the only thing that was available if you were a little bit of like a newbie with your liquid liner, because liquid liner can be very scary. And something about the pen makes it a little less intimidating, I feel. So, you know, when you have that little brush thing, that is really, really, really intimidating. But it can be a little intimidating. So once I saw this at Dollar Tree, I was like, that is like a game changer for the Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm gonna put these lashes on now. And I think I said in my last video, everyone has their way of putting on eyelashes. This is mine. And really and truly, y'all, that is the key right there, is really letting your lash glue. If you're having a hard time, especially like the inner corner, keeping that inner corner down, it probably means that they're too long, honestly. So I do trim this particular style anyway. I usually have to trim the Ionis. I don't think the Jewel Eyes I have to trim. And that's it. These are a nice, like, kind of natural style if you're a little afraid of lashes. These go on very easy. The band is really thin. And like I said, they seem to be the most readily available lashes at most of the Dollar Trees that I see. So we'll come back to the eyes, but I'm gonna move on and put my color corrector on. So again, going back into that Peach LA Colors color corrector. It's supposed to really be good for like dark spots, so I'm assuming like under eyes. And I'm just gonna use it to conceal. I'm not usually very heavy with concealer, so I'm just gonna put it where I need to kind of put it. And I'm just gonna use it as an all over concealer, just like I did with the yellow. I think the yellow one really does pretty good kind of everywhere. I have some redness. I find I don't really like green generally, green concealers, but the yellows seem to really kind of get rid of any redness I needed it to get rid of. I feel like I look a little crazy right now, but we'll see once I put the foundation on. Okay, I've got that blended in. Now we're gonna go into foundation. If you've been with me a while, you know that I love this. It's been trumped slightly by the Be Pure Glow Foundation, but I still love it. Like I said, it's New Color or Sassy Chic. The BB Cream, they have light, medium, dark. Right now I'm wearing light, and I love this stuff, and I feel it's very, very readily available. So I'm just gonna put it on with a damp beauty blender. Okay, so like I said, I really like this stuff. If this is all you can find, it's really, really, like if you haven't tried it, it's really actually very good. And I have no problems. I've never had a reaction to, I don't have particularly sensitive skin, but I've never had a reaction to any of like these Dollar Tree foundations, personally. So now I'm gonna put on some setting powder. I used this in my last video just because it is the most readily available thing. I think they have like 2 or 3 shades. This is nude. I think it might be their lightest shade. They have beige, and then I think they have tan as well. I'm just gonna use like a dry beauty blender, and I wanna pack it on under my eyes. And then I have a brush that I'm gonna use that I hauled in my last Dollar Tree haul. Mainly, I kinda wanna lighten up under my eyes. The peach did a good job, I think, at covering the dark circles, but I like to brighten up under my eye area a little bit as well, so I think this will do the trick. And this usually does come with like a little, I don't know, like a little foam applicator, which isn't terrible in a pinch, you know, to blot. So if you don't have a blender and you have that instead, you know, use that. So this is the brush that I hauled the other day. It's the Must Have Beauty, MHB, or whatever brand. Doesn't say on here, but it's technically a foundation brush, but honestly, it's not dense enough to be a foundation brush. So I'm gonna use it as like a powder brush. I might use it for my bronzer, might use it for my blush. I might just try to like use it for all the things just to test it out. So I'm gonna just kind of put some on here and just I'm gonna kind of wipe away what's under my eyes and just kind of set this makeup down. Okay, like I said, I feel a little pasty today because I think my foundation is now officially too light for me, but that is okay. We will brighten it up and darken it up with some bronzer, which is next. So I do feel that this is pretty readily available at my Dollar Trees. My last video, I used the ones that you see all the time in like the little container, kind of like this, but like bronzy color. And those I have both shades of that. I really like it. But today I'm going to go with this LA Colors matte bronzer, just in case that's all you can find at your Dollar Tree, or if it's something that you can just find. This is like my favorite Dollar Tree bronzer. It's about time that Dollar Tree came out with a matte bronzer. I'm going to use that same brush and just kind of brighten up my skin a little bit. So that's just such a nice bronzer, you guys. Matte, no shimmer. You know, they had those ones forever that were shimmery like this, and they were like good for nothing, you know? So it's about time. Bring it down my neck just a bit. Alrighty, I feel that's good. Really great bronzer if that's what you can find at the Dollar Tree. Now blush, I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just gonna kind of wipe it off a little bit with like a dry, actually I got this at the Dollar Tree too. It's like a makeup removing like mitt. And I really like this for kind of cleaning off my brushes because I can kind of put it on my hand. I find for my face, it's not quite enough real estate for as much makeup as I wear, but versus like a big cloth, but like I said, for this purpose here, I kind of like it. So I used the same blush in my last video, except I've got like all the shades, so I'm using a different shade. So you see these, I think, you know, these LA Colors blushes. This is in Sweet Cheeks. It's kind of a bright pink. And I love the Ioni blushes, but you know, you can't always find them. And if you do, you can't always find like maybe a shade you need. So this one here, they have a good array of shades, like a berry. They have kind of like a spice. They have like a peach, like a pale pink if you're like really light skinned. Like a berry, they get this one. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong. And really, they're very good. I find that they're pigmented and go on really nice. I have overdone it before, so I mean, they do have color payoff. So yeah, these are, if this is all you can find and you can't find Ioni, don't stress, these are very good, so don't worry about it. These are, see, I mean, that is really like, y'all, seriously, don't be upset like if you can't find some of this fun new stuff. And I know it's fun, like it's fun to like find like exciting stuff, but honestly, like we end up forgetting that like Dollar Tree just really does have some like legit nice products, and they're always there and they've always been there, you know. Now we're going to use some highlighter. Like I said, it's this LA Colors Conceal Correct, but it's the white shimmery kind, which is a highlighter. And so I'm going to use my damp blender to blend this in. So it comes on like a little doe foot. This could also be used, I actually have the Tarte, it's the Shape Tape like glow wand, and it's like it's not like quite white like this. It's like a little bit more of like a slightly off-white shade. I'll put that on like as a highlighter. Sometimes I'll kind of mix it into my foundation a little bit. This is like a multi-use thing. I'm gonna use this on my upper, like my eyebrows later to, you know, kind of brighten up underneath. It's a multi-use product as far as I'm concerned. Like, see that? Like, that is legit. You know what I mean? See, that is so gorgeous. I feel like it's not super glittery. I could have probably used less. You know, you can put a little bit, like, to make your makeup glow a little bit. Like, for like a glowier, dewier finish, you could do this. I may live to regret this, but So you can kind of get like a little bit more of like a dewy effect, you know? And put a little bit more powder down because I feel like went a little overboard, but you see the point. It's very pigmented. The color, you know, it's just like a white highlighter, you know? Like I said, very readily available. I don't think I've ever like not seen it at the Dollar Tree. So now we're gonna go back to the eyes and kind of finish up. I'm gonna use that highlighter, like I said, to kind of highlight under my brow bone. So using like a flat brush, I'm just gonna take this and just kind of see what it won't do under my brow bone. Just get a little highlight. Again, this is like an extra step. You don't have to do this. Did a pretty nice job. I mean, not the craziest thing I've used, but definitely not a bad job, just to get a little bit of a, like a little bit of a highlight, you know? I want to do something, okay, so now we're gonna put on liner, and this ended up not being quite as bad as I remembered it. Again, readily available, this LA Colors Auto Liner. They've made several colors. This is black. Good thing about it is it is retractable. Is it the best, smoothest eyeliner? No. But will it work? Yes. So I'm gonna go into like my waterline, and it actually, once it got kind of warmed up, it actually didn't do a terrible job. There we go. Like I said, favorite eyeliner? No. But will it work? Yes. So now I'm wanting to do something a little bit more fun too. I'm still like wanting to use this purple liquid eyeshadow. I might use this as an inner corner highlight. I don't know. Let me go back into the gold pigment for my inner corner highlight real quick. I'm gonna use like a little thinner brush. You see these little, this is like a little giraffe brush, but it's got this little precision thing. I'm gonna go ahead and wet it and go back into that pigment. So I've got it packed on with some pigment there. I'm just gonna kind of take it into the inner corner. I feel like that's actually really doing what I need it to do. Not the most like intense inner corner highlight I've ever had, but like not everybody wants that, you know what I mean? Sometimes I do have to be very mindful that what my makeup needs aren't what everyone else is. Like, you know, you might not wear a makeup look this crazy, but I wanna show you that you could do it if you wanted to. So of course, anything more subtle can be done. If I can achieve like kind of what I want to achieve, then a more subtle look can definitely be achieved. Okay, I still want to use this. Like, look at how pretty. This is actually like really beautiful, you guys, seriously. Like you can see, and it's like the camera isn't even doing it justice. I may go like under my eye. I'm gonna kind of paint it on my counter, that way I don't have like a big blob of it. So I got like a little bit of there on my brush. I'm gonna kind of like take it under my eye a little bit. Oh yeah, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it's like, get this like blue, green, yellow, gold thing going on, and then like a little pop of purple underneath. Oh yeah, that is like, I'm feeling it. I really am. I think it's actually really, really, I feel like this is a look I could get like with my, it's kind of like an old school palette now, but the Makeup Revolution Birds of Paradise palette. Like, so I don't know if you can see the purple. I don't know if it's gonna like show on camera, but like I'm feeling very, very, very good about it. I feel like the look it's pigmented, it's popping, just a little bit of technique, you know, can make some stuff go a long way. So last but not least is lips, and I feel like these are very readily available at Dollar Tree. I think I have every shade they have. It's these LA Colors lip duos. And so for $1.25, you get a gloss and a lipstick. You can wear them together, you can wear them separately. I think I might show you what all three look like, just for fun, just because we're here doing it. This is the shade, this here is Vibe, so it's kind of like a purple pink, kind of like a fuchsia. So I'm gonna try the lipstick first, and then I'll top it with the gloss, and then we'll just see what the gloss looks like. I'm not wearing any lip liner because I don't feel like there's any like really readily available at the Dollar Tree. Okay, see, I don't know what the wear time is, and I will not get to like see what the wear time is today, but that's a pretty color. It's pigmented, feels creamy, it doesn't feel bad on my lips at all. So let's top it now with the gloss. The gloss has a familiar smell and taste, and I can't place it. Might be circus peanuts. It's not bad, honestly, even though I don't like circus peanuts. It doesn't taste or smell bad. So there you go. There is the lipstick topped with the gloss. Very nice effect, really pigmented. I think the brighter color went really nice with like this. That's why I wore bright earrings. I was like, I kind of knew what I was going for today. So there's that. So now we'll come back and just try the gloss. So I'm back, we're gonna try the gloss. I even cleaned off my wand to get the lipstick off of it. So there you go, just a little light hint of color, nothing crazy. So yeah, so I'm very pleased. So like this is like a 3-in-1 product, and again, very readily available at the Dollar Tree. So I hope you enjoyed getting to see another makeup look using readily available makeup from the Dollar Tree. Of course, if you have any suggestions of makeup I should do this video with, definitely drop them down below. What do you have readily available at your Dollar Tree? And if I either have it or can find it, I'll hopefully use one of your products that you'd like to see in a future video. I'd like to make this kind of a series. That's kind of my goal, because there's just endless looks with eyeshadows and lip combos and blush and all that kind of stuff, especially eyes. You can do all kinds of things. So definitely let me know what is readily available at your Dollar Tree. If you enjoyed this video, show me you did by hitting the like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.